couple of times I nearly came off in 1 week. Actually, 1 week in one journey. It was horrible. I was going down the A406. This bike's quite quick. Gets up to my old bike was relatively quick too. Gets up to the speed limit, 50 miles an hour, within just a couple of seconds. Significantly faster than a car. So there was a bus in the third lane slowing down. So I went into the middle lane to overtake that. Then I noticed I was rapidly, because I was doing 50, I noticed I was rapidly approaching another sort of vehicle that was also overtaking that bus. So to overtake that one safely, I went into the third lane. And as I did my shoulder checks and everything, I noticed in my mirror there was a car coming up behind me, but it was about, I don't know really, let's say a few hundred meters away. I mean, a few hundred meters. It was far. It was not right behind me. It was significantly further away. And I noticed it was it was in my lane, so it wasn't in the third lane. It was in the middle lane. It was undertaking everybody. I thought, what a dick. So I thought, well, he's got a third of a mile to go. Whoops. He's got a third of a mile to go. A few hundred meters. I'm just going to keep going. Now, I did one shoulder check. He was too far away. Did another one quickly before I was going to shift lanes. And he was right there behind me. God knows how fast he was going. But on a 50 mile an hour zone, I was doing about 55. I was going a little bit quicker. Not too much, just a little bit. But in a 50 mile an hour zone, man, he was going 120. I must have been over 100. And I had to swerve very quickly, get out of his way. Thank you, Module 1, for the hazard avoidance. Horrible, right? So I'm indicating, I didn't have time to turn my indicator off, so I was still indicating turning right, but went back in the middle lane. I was furious. That's silly of you. I was absolutely livid. Because he came so close to knocking me off, as close as that car is there, right? And when he went past me, there was no sign of brake lights or anything like even tried to make an effort to slow down. He just saw me, didn't give a shit, didn't care. Had he hit me at that speed, no doubt about it, I definitely would have been killed. So, as I filtered past him in traffic, because obviously he got stuck in traffic and I just carried on. As he filtered past me, I filtered past him, he was a 35-year-old, 45-year-old, between those ages, sort of arsehole man, happy, dancing to his music. He couldn't give a fuck, he didn't even realise what he'd just done. Anyway, further down the road, I was so angry at him, I was going to... I'm a gentle, nice person, but mate, I was going to punch through his window, or attempt to, take his keys and fuck off, you know? You can't do that, you can't behave that way, so I just didn't, thankfully, but I was that furious. Anyway, I let it go, I carried on. A little bit further up the road, I was in... I was on the North Circular still. They're going up to the A1 now, where it splits there at Henley's Corner. And I saw a Mercedes in the left lane, doing about 30. Speed limit still 50. So I overtook it. And as I was overtaking it in the middle lane, I was in the middle lane like I am now, the person drifted into my lane, so I nearly went to the back of them. The guy literally got about that far away from my leg, that far, and my thumb was on the horn, I was slow, I actually managed to accelerate out of the problem. But my thumb was on the horn. The person should have realised I was there and gone back. With one hand they were on the phone, with the other hand they were shooing me away. Well, in the right hand lane I couldn't actually go there because there was a queue when they had a couple of slow moving lorries. So had I gone in there, bear in mind I'm doing 50 and the road was a little bit like this, I would have had an accident. Again, furiously angry, so horribly angry that I would have done something very violent to that person. So I thought to myself, if I had a helmet camera, if I had a helmet cam, I could capture this, because I don't think people like that should be allowed on the roads. You know, people, if you drive a car, you've got to be serious. I've done another vlog on it. You got to drive a car. You agree to the terms and conditions of driving or having a license. You know, you don't go off and get pissed off when you nearly and you're angry at the person you've nearly injured and maimed. So on the way back through that area, there was a huge corner that was sectioned off. It's traffic both directions. I was crossing, I wasn't actually in it. Anyway, it turns out the Golf driver earlier who overtook me at a stupid amount of time ran a red light further down the road 80 miles an hour, hit a pedestrian and killed them. Had I had a helmet camera, I could have provided some evidence to basically help that person, well, get more convicted than what they otherwise might have. Causing death by dangerous driving. I would have had more evidence to help the case be even shorter. And that's why I first got a helmet cam.